Hello and welcome back to the channel, everybody. This is David with Faramir's Rangers, and I've got to show you this battle. This is a multiplayer battle. It's a 2v2 with some of my friends that I play multiplayer with, and in this you can see that there's something strange that's going on in this battle. And the strange thing is that I actually have 40 units in this battle, which is pretty nuts. And you might be asking, how did I get 40 units? Because all the other players only have 20. And yeah, I'm kind of cheating here, and I'm doing it to actually troll one of the players that I'm playing against. He's one of my friends, and he was complaining about the amount of guards that are being used in the battles. So what my idea was is I'm going to hide all of my guards in the woodland, so he doesn't know I have a second army. It's all going to be a surprise to them that I have a second army. And you might be again asking, how was I able to get 40 units and not, you know, mess up the game? And it's all because of that multiplayer mod that I downloaded for the multiplayer campaign mod, let me be clear. And that's the reason why I was able to do this. For some reason, they have it set up that if I host a multiplayer match now, I can actually bring 40 units. And I tried it out in this, and it actually works. Now, at the end of this, it's going to be kind of funny because things don't go as I really want them to go. But I'm going to be facing off against the Prussian player. My Dutch ally, he's coming over on my side a little bit, but it's whatever. Now, my first army, I'm only taking 20 units up. All the other 20 units of my 40 units are hidden in the woods. They have no idea that they're there. So it's like a whole bunch of guards, 2 Grenzers, and 3 light dragoons are all hidden in the wood. And all the other units that I'm using, the first 20, I've got 2 Grenzers, and the rest is the army is a general, 3 light dragoons, and the rest is militia. So I'm expecting to get beat like badly in this because I'm going up against a regular army, and I just have pretty much militia to stand up against it. And we'll see what happens in this, but this is quite humorous what ends up unfolding. So I'm facing the Prussian player, obviously, right here in front, and we'll just see what happens, and I'll kind of explain things as it goes, as it needs to be explained. But yeah, I think you guys will enjoy this one, hopefully. I sure did. I was giggling and laughing the whole time. Unfortunately, my audio did not record, because it would have probably been a little bit better if it did. You can see my Dutch ally is now shifting over to face the Swedish player, as I have a pretty good spread formation against the Prussian. And again, I'm trying to get beat here. That's the goal. My goal is to get beat badly by the Prussian, and then my ally gets stomped. And I know that sounds funny, but I want my ally to get stomped in a 2v1 after I get destroyed, and then I'm going to bring out my extra army and as a surprise, and it should be funny. But should be funny, and will it be funny is 2 other things. So we'll see what goes down in this. I'm excited just watching it again because it brings back memories. And like I said, I was giddy as a little schoolgirl just thinking about how this would turn out. So anyways, let's get into it. So the Prussian player is bringing up 3 militia in the center of his army. He's got quite a few Prussian lines on the right of my right flank, his left, and then he's got some reserves on my left and his right wing, and his Jaegers are on the left. So my Grenzers have free kills coming up on on his left, on his left wing, my right wing. God, that's getting confusing. I'm just gonna say my side. I'm getting shots already on his militia with 2 of mine. About to get some shots on another one. Fortunately, I didn't get side shots. I should have been able to. But I'm taking some shots on his units here. All the superior lines are coming up, and I haven't even been able to get my Grinzers to shoot yet because they're coming up so fast on me. I'm gonna have to start kiting back. I'm gonna get some shots with these Grinzers right now, and it should take some toll on those superior lines. I'm trying to do this where I don't look like I'm just giving in. I'm trying to make this look somewhat convincing that I'm actually getting beat. Although he should have some clue because I'm just playing with militia. So what I'm doing is I'm kiting back as he's attacking, because obviously I can't hold up with militia versus superior line. So yeah, there's that. So I've got to do my best here to look like I'm trying to put up a decent fight. And obviously I don't want my Grinzer shot up yet because I need to do some damage versus these superior lines. You can see here the lines on my left are starting to engage me here. And things are going pretty well, frankly, for the situation I'm in. Getting the Grinzers involved. Like I said, I want to get them back. I don't want them taking damage that's unnecessary. And now my light dragoons are going to put some licks in on him as he's coming up. Well, militia's holding up pretty darn well. And here on this side, I'm starting to face a little bit of troubles, but I'm going to actually be able to start flanking him with some of my militia as he's pushing into my superior numbers. Here goes my light dragoons, man. I'm dealing some pretty good damage to his superior lines, but I'm starting to get whittled down a bit. As you can see, my militia in the center of this flank is starting to really waver and starting to lose their desire to fight. His Jaegers are starting to cap off my flanking unit over here on the left, but it's whatever. Like I said, I wanted to lose this. I didn't want to win, and I'm actually doing better than I thought I should. As you can see, I've whittled down these superior lines quite well. Okay, light dragoons getting some shots in, and with some devastating effect on that superior line on the far right. Okay, he's starting to back off a little bit now because he is taking that damage, which is interesting. So now I'm going to go after him because I do have pretty damn good firepower with this. I am starting to lose some units here, which is good. I'm going to start backing off a bit here. He is starting to make a go at me with his two best remaining, or two of his better remaining superior line at that militia over there. So I'm getting some good flanking shots on him. He's starting to come back up with the rest of those units, but not before I get some shots in. I've only lost one unit at this point. No, 2 units. So I'm going to try and come around the back of him here, because I should be just trying to flat out lose this. He is breaking behind me with the cav, so I'm going to kind of bring a cav over here. But the thing is, I don't want to make this look like convincingly that I'm just losing. He's got some cav coming at my Grinzers. I'm going to bring my cav up to support. Got hit there pretty good by one of those. One of my routing units I brought back with the general. I'm gonna flank around these line. Okay, one of the cav is dead over here. Our Grinzers are still hanging in there. So lost another militia. I'm gonna try and come into the back of these superior line. Bring up my goons to get some more shots in on those superiors. This should not be going this well, guys. This should not be. So again, I should be bringing these militia straight up against these lines on the left, but if I do that, I might end up, doing better than I should. So at this point, I'm like, my God, I'm actually doing really good. But I am going to actually make a go at his rifles. Like, my ally over there has Cav shooting down his Jaegers, and we should actually take out his Jaegers right here. So I got 3 militia now going against a Swedish player. This is just insane that I'm doing this well. Cav got stuck over here, going behind this Prussian line. At this point, I'm like, God, I need to start losing. My Dutch ally has lost a lot over here on his right flank, so I'm filling the void there. I'm thinking, okay, I'll get shot down by these Swedish units over here. I mean, I'm just militia, for Christ's sakes. I'm starting to lose some of my units. At this point, you can see I'm starting to face my units backwards against these Prussians because I'm doing too good. So I'm going to start facing my units backwards so I can lose. So you'll see my placements doing that. And I gotta start losing. I mean, I've got this whole army here hidden in the woods. My goal was to get beat by the Prussian, and you can see I've whittled down his army tremendously. I got my goons facing backwards to his Jaegers over there to get shot down. And see, I'm going to face these guys to the back of that line that's coming over to face me. Going to bring these guys over, face them backwards. So none of my units over there against the Prussian are now shooting the Prussian. The Swedish player is in retreat against my Dutch ally. So now I'm starting to lose my units. I'm going to try to bring my general over to die. Or actually, I think I was trying to keep him alive. I can't remember. So I could use him for my other army. But you can see now I am starting to lose some of these units. My Grenzers, you can see, are facing backwards. I've got this other line coming up to face backwards. Even though they're facing towards them, they're not shooting. I think I am going to take some shots, though. I don't know what I do. But the rest of them, finally, I lose my army over there. And going to push up backwards against the Swedish player. I'm going to think, try to, maybe he'll think I'm just misclicking or something. But yeah, it's just ridiculous. And I actually have my unit shooting at some of these fleeing men, so I got to turn off my fire at will because they're still hidden. At least one of the goons came out of hiding because my Grenzers did, but they might not see them, so I'm trying to turn their fire at will so they don't shoot at some of these fleeing units, and they remain hidden. They're going back into hiding. As you can see, the Prussian player does not see them, so they're starting to make their way over here to attack the back of the Dutch player. You can see here, I'm going up against the superior line. I'm just going up there as dumb as possible just to get killed down. And here my Grenzer's about to get killed. There's 3 superior lines on the Grenzer. And we're still hidden. One Grenzer is not, so I've got to try to make sure he goes back into hiding, just so we don't give nothing away. I'm going to try to keep my general alive. And there's no way that these militia could win against the superior line, even depleted as it is. And I'm winning. I mean, I'm not winning here over on that side, so I can just try to make it look somewhat convincing that I'm fighting. You can see those superior lines are tearing down my militia. One of them is gone. Now I'm going to go straight up as close as possible to these superior lines so they die. But it's like the Swedish player is losing versus the Dutch, and that's not what I want. So I'm going to face these Prussians and let this Dutch player get murdered. As you can see, the Jaegers are getting shots in on me from long distance. That's good. And I'll end up dying there. The Dutch general is way in the back. And these the Swedish superior lines are starting to whittle down these Dutch lines a little bit. So, I don't know. I think the Dutch player is starting to make an advantage here against him. But the Prussian player is now coming up behind. I'm going to try to put my 2 militia just to act like I'm doing something. Yeah, this is pretty nuts that I was able to survive this far with an all militia army. This guy came back from routing. Put him over here so he can die too. Yeah, pretty insane. All right, so here we go versus the Prussian lines. The Prussian lines are not set up ideal at all, so I'm going to keep moving. I'm going to let them keep in movement so the Prussians are able to start getting shots on me. Doing everything I can to help him out here. Starting to waver here with a lot of men left. Broke. And starting to take some damage. One of those superior lines is putting some pretty good damage on me real quick. Unbeknownst to me, 4 of my guards are actually not hiding anymore. So I think the Swedish player, once I talked to him, he did see that I had some units up there that were hidden in the trees. So he was able to see that. I'm still concentrating on the rest of the battle. I'm bringing my general back to my other army. You can see the remnants of the Prussian army there. And I'm getting ready to make the big reveal here, guys. Okay, the Dutch player should be killed off here pretty soon. As you can see, my routing militia. And yeah, the Dutch are down to their last gasp. They got 3 lines and 1 cav left. And their general. But obviously, they got all the Prussians here. And my goal was that they'd be like, oh my God, we just... Of course, one of my militia comes back. Oh my God, we just won. It's so awesome. And then I bring out the other army. Because clearly, like my army, I will just walk the floor with them with this army I have in hiding. Or most of them are in hiding. I think the guards went back into hiding now. So, like I said, with this army I got left, trust me, it would be easy to kill off the remnants of these 2 armies. And I'm just walking these guys directly across fire here so they can die. Too funny. Making sure these guys are both shattered. Just keep walking them there. He finally breaks. That should be the end to him. Now all these superior lines should just eat down these 2 remaining Dutch units. And yeah. Just waiting for the reveal. I'm so excited. All right, the big finale, the thing we've been waiting for. They're almost beat, and I mess it up by going to chat to troll them in chat. It crashes the battle for some stupid reason. What an idiot. All that for nothing. All right, guys, thanks for joining. Once again, a big shout out to the channel members. Appreciate your constant support. If you want to become a channel member, don't forget to hit that join button, and you can join and become a channel member as well, getting exclusive content. We'll see you on the next one, guys. Appreciate you as always.